COVID-19 pandemic, we have been required to wear a mask throughout our everyday life, including school, work, and even spending time with people. A lot of families aren't able to see their grandparents or family members like cousins or uncles for holidays and occasions like they normally do. I've come to see from people's opinions and feedback that it has affected everyone differently. What is the biggest struggle about wearing masks?
The biggest struggle about wearing masks is making sure that I have enough at home that are clean all the time, that I have a high quantity since I'm going to the gym, I'm coming to school, so I feel like I need to have double the mask. So I think that's the biggest thing, and sometimes I forget,
The biggest struggle about about wearing a mask is like you always touch it, or like you try to whisper and like someone can't see you whispering. Yeah, people can't read your lips either.
Doing normal activities like going to the grocery store, going to the gym, being around elderly people in a public setting. It's very easy to forget about this too. With things getting better, the weather getting better, well, naturally nobody wants to have a mask on when it gets hotter out. So I think that's the biggest struggle, not only for me, but a lot of people have out there.
What kind of mask do you like to wear the most, and why?
So what kind of mask do you like to wear and why? I think the biggest one comes down to just having like the adjustable cotton ones. I'm a big fan of these. They're really durable, and they wash really well. There's no odor or anything. So these ones I'm wearing right now, I really prefer them the best.
I like to wear masks that are easy to breathe in, because if they're thick, they're hard to breathe in, especially in sports, blue masks.
The mask of my choice would be paper mask. I feel like I can breathe better. I have a little less restricted with a paper mask.
What do you miss most about not having to wear masks?
It's really tough to get people's facial recognitions too. Secondly, it's tough to breathe in them. And third, they're a pain at the gym. You just sweat right through them, and I wish we didn't.
I miss being able to smile and people seeing it.
The world has changed so much over the last year, and as we're starting to get back to our normal lives, I have realized that my friend group has changed just as much. Wondering if I was alone in this realization, I had asked other people, other students, if they have also realized a change in their friend groups.
What would be your definition of a friend?
I would say that a friend is somebody that you talk to at least once a week, and kind of just touch base, see how they're doing, friendly little interaction.
Someone I can hang out with and spend time with and talk to.
Since our first quarantine to now, how has COVID changed your friend group?
I think we're actually closer together now. Does that make...
It hasn't really. We still like to hang out and go out, eat and stuff.
What do you do to still spend time with your friends during this pandemic?
We like to hang out in a safe, social distance way.
Thank you, Zach.
I don't believe COVID has changed my friend group. I think I've just gained more friends, but nothing to my friend group has changed at all.
I think that it hasn't changed much, although I think I see the importance more now of a friendship now that I have, at the beginning of quarantine, I was very isolated and lonely.
Since our first quarantine to now, has COVID changed your friend group?
Not really.
I don't really think COVID has changed it all that much. I feel like kind of like high school in general, people change, situations change. So, nothing much has changed really that much. I don't know.
Just gonna ask. What do you do to still spend time with your friends during the pandemic?
Just hang out with them.
Do the whole, when things were really bad, we were doing the whole sit in the trunk of your car type thing and all meet up in parking lots, but things are dying down, come smaller groups, 1 to 2 people, some social distancing, so it's getting better,
It was strange not being able to see my friends for a year, but as we're coming back to normal and I'm still able to see them safely and socially distanced, I'm very glad that I get to hang out with them all the time now. Hopefully you and your friends are still hanging out safely and social distance.
Good afternoon, my name is Nicholas Smith-Walter from West Bridgewater City High School, and I was challenged to figure out that has the pollution and littering levels on our planet Earth gone up or down due to COVID-19? As the COVID-19 pandemic still happens, people still are able to have more free time due to everything being online. Have you noticed any changes in the amount of littering and pollution happening on our planet since the COVID-19 pandemic has happened?
I have seen somewhat of a higher rise in littering around my house and throughout the towns that I've been in. I don't really go outside too much to go shopping, but when I do, I have seen a bit more litter laying around. I've seen a lot of masks being left around. I have noticed that.
Over the course of this pandemic, I've noticed that there's been a lot more travel, like just litter all over the place, and it's just not people are.
I have definitely seen a huge increase of litter around West Bridgewater, pretty much everywhere I go, especially in dry grassy areas. There's a bunch of plastic bags and bottles. When I walk around the school near my house, there's a lot of glass bottles, just people throwing out trash. Even though there's trash bins right next to the bleachers, they still throw it in the grass. I see people all the time when they're driving, they just throw stuff out their windows. Yeah, I've definitely noticed a huge increase in the amount of litter since COVID has started.
According to ABC News, communities across the country have seen examples of increased litter during the coronavirus pandemic, especially in masks and gloves and the wrappings that they come in, discarded on the ground, which eventually make it to the oceans, and we've found fish and other sea life stuck in these. As the COVID-19 pandemic comes to an end, I do hope to see a lot less trash and litter being around. When I went on a walk the other day, I did see several masks just all over the place. But that's all for today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.